Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2000 EmpirePoker.com World Pool Championships, race to 5, referee Nigel Reese. Now let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, a legend. From the Philippines, Pinakamangaling numero uno, the magician, Efren Reyes. And ladies and gentlemen, from Poland, dzień dobry, witamy, Radosław Babica.
Well, it's the magician against the eagle who will come out on top. Let's find out with Sid Waddell and Jerry Forsyth.
Welcome to Cardiff again. Efren Reyes screwing his stick together. One of the great things about Efren is whenever he's introduced, his name is always preceded by the word great. The great Efren Reyes. He's playing today the choir boy, Radosław Babica, who has certainly not shown the form that he had here a couple of years ago when he was tearing through the groups. In fact, Sid, Radosław really needs this game. He's only won 11 racks so far in this championship, and he's got to get some points. And, ooh, what a tough man to have to try and get points against.
Because el numero uno, Mandolino, the magician's got 8 points. 4 games played, 4 games won. It's almost impossible to put a gloss on his sporting achievements. He's a national hero in the Philippines.
Alternate breaks. Efren Reyes to break.
He's a gentleman. Had to be dragged away quite often to play semi-finals here, or even the final, from showing kids how to play pool in the pool village around the back. And just watched a bit of his game that some people nitpick and say isn't the best. His break, there are better breaks, they say.
Well, even Efren will admit there are better breaks than his, but it hasn't seemed to slow down his career. Here you take a look at it. That 8-ball nearly finds a home in the corner pocket, but it bobbles out, and the 4-ball's made for an ugly situation. You can see he's trying. That cue ball's jumping way up in the air from the force that cannot be absorbed by the rack. And he has turned the table with no balls down over to Babica, who is now analyzing what kind of rollout he's going to try to pull.
Yeah, rollout is used only after the break when you give your opponent a little bit of a headache that you are. Oh, no, he's not. Wait a minute. He's gone for the jump stick. Thought he was considering the push out. So straight away he's going to aggress, if that'd be a verb, to the yellow one.
And, you know, this is not all that surprising because, as we said, this man needs to make something happen. He can't sit back and hope things go wrong for Reyes. He's got to make it happen. Good height, but no bonus on that jump.
Okay, 7 cushions and into the middle bag.
You saw that jump shot, and Babica can only be happy with the result that he hasn't left an open shot for the magician.
What a character.
Well, I would expect him to go straight across and back for this shot. There we go.
In action straight away. The magician from the age of about 10 went to his uncle's pool room in Manila in the barrio, slept under the table, practiced for hours. By the time he's 40, no American serviceman in the Philippines would play him at full. Natural born genius. 99 world champion. A couple of years later, won 165,000 bucks in Tokyo. Just made a member of the BCA Hall of Fame in the US, Jerry.
Indeed, he was just inducted day before yesterday into the BCA Hall of Fame, an honor he certainly deserves. You know, I once interviewed Efren and asked him who he looked up to, who is his hero when he was a kid coming up in the game. He said no one. There was no one to look up to.
Well, he did actually admire, he said, the bums and the guys, the crazies who played crazy shots in his uncle's pool room, and he logged some of their wild shots, which he put his own unique gloss on. Didn't look up to them, picked them off the floor, but he learned to look.
Yeah, well, those aren't wild shots in his hand. They're quite calculated. Reyes starting a nightmare for Radoslav Bica.
Yep.
Efren takes the 9-ball home, 1-0. And Reyes takes the early lead over Bica.
And as usual, a large Filipino contingent in, not just the players, but with a recent tournament in Milton Keynes, England, and he had half the nurses from the local hospitals there, Filipino nurses, feeding them chicken curry and waving their flags.
It is Bica's break. We are using the alternating break format. And you know, Sid, just a couple of years ago, we watched Radoslav come to the table and run rack after rack after rack. He sure got the talent to make something happen here. And
well, yeah, in 2001, I think he did to Shannon Dalton, 9-8 eventually after trailing. And I remember a fantastic game against Fong Fang Chao.
Oh, absolutely. He surprised a lot of people here a couple of years ago.
Trained by Bogdan Bolkovsky, Berlin trick artist extraordinaire. See how he's going to do with this break.
Well, he's had a ball go down. I don't think he's going to like the setup. We'll probably get another look here at his break shot. Here we go. A lot of power exerted. Wing ball down. One ball sets up. Now, he may have a shot at this. I'm not sure if the one ball's blocked by the... Yeah, it is. It's blocked by the 2.
And as you see, he's got to fling everything into aggression here.
He might drive it into the rail, try and carry him off the 2 to go into the pocket.
So he
nope,
tried to plant. I think that was an attempt at the plant in the blue.
It was indeed, and that was a long shot at best.
But if you only get 2 points like he has in the league, he's sitting well down in it. He has got to go. And got to go rash.
He's going to have to play this one ball all the way down into the corner pocket, let it slide down the rail, and draw the cue ball back towards him. Oh, he's going to bank that shot. Well, you never know what. Why are we trying to guess what Efren Reyes is going to do?
The bloke's a commentator's dream or a commentator's nightmare. But it's lovely to watch, even when he makes a mug of you.
Oh, he can do anything. That's the thing. He's so powerful. He's got arrows in his quiver that no one else owns.
Yep. William Tell could take an apple off your head. This kid could take a ball bearing. Fantastic accuracy. See the line he picked of the white, feathering the other brown. Just a genius at work.
You never hear anyone say anything negative about Efren Reyes. He's so humble. When you interview him after he wins the tournament, he always says the same thing. You know, I just got so lucky this week.
So if he's such an honest, nice guy, why did he call himself Cesar Morales and take thousands of dollars off guys when he first went to the States?
Well, that was a bit of a group effort. There were a lot more people betting on Efren than Efren was betting on himself. And they didn't want the enemy to know who he was.
Great character, great pool. To 2-zip in no time.
Efren Reyes now leads 2-0 over Bica. By the way, did you hear the story about how they found out he was not Cesar Morales? After he won the tournament, he's signing autographs. He's signing Cesar Morales. This little girl comes up and she charms him, right? So he just forgets it and he signs an autograph, Efren Reyes. Here's table 7. 4-all up there right now between Marcoux and Chapman. Chapman's had a great tournament. Well, pretty nice shot there. He's got a bit of work to do here to finish clearing this. Efren Reyes breaking off. Now leads 2-0.
Well, I don't see him having much trouble whistling through these lot either.
Yeah, his only problem is right here. He'd like to get a little bit off the rail with that cue ball. And he does that so easily. No effort extended when this man plays.
Back upstairs, Sam. Are we identifiers?
Has a deep angle to play this 3-ball. Yeah, he just measured against the 9. I'm not going to try and guess why he's measuring against the 9. If he's going to carry him into the 9-ball here, I think he's measuring to see if he can avoid it.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, now he's going to play the other way so he can send his cue ball up toward the pink 4. Look at the way he slides by that ball. There wasn't a hair between.
Well, that's why he looked
the
twice.
3 and the 9, right?
Most people couldn't have spotted the exact line for that with a high-powered telescope.
I didn't think it was on. I thought the 9-ball was in his line.
Maestro at work here at Cardiff. Efren Reyes.
Efren Reyes on fire today. Cue stick is hitting on all cylinders. My, oh my. Surely not. Okay.
Well, it was bold and adventurous, and it was about a half an inch too short.
There you take another look at this thin. That cut was unbelievably thin. He played the speed beautifully. You see that he did get shape on the next ball.
Yep.
And now Babica needs to make something happen. He needs to take advantage of this situation. Radislav's going to take his time here. Can't make some sort of unforced error that would bring Efren back to the table. He does have a